The most private space you own is no longer your home, your journal, or your bank account. It is the device you hold in your hand. Now, imagine this device, your entire digital life, is about to be placed on a counter under the harsh, unblinking scrutiny of a government agent. You're standing under the fluorescent glare of the immigration hall. Your heart is pounding. A cold-eyed officer waves you forward and says, with complete authority, "I need you to unlock this device for inspection." In that instant, panic sets in. Every private message, every sensitive photo, and every joke you ever made flashes through your mind. You realize the devastating truth. Your phone is now a potential instrument of your own detention. This isn't a dystopian fantasy. This is the reality of the modern border crossing. If you don't know the rules, a casual glance at your device could land you in an interrogation room, cancel your flight, or permanently bar your entry into a country. We are going to expose the terrifying difference in authority at the border, reveal the real-life traveler nightmares that prove no one is safe, and give you the step-by-step 30-day survival plan used by journalists and corporate security teams to ensure their digital life can never be used against them. Section 1. The two uniforms, the two legal universes. The key to survival begins with recognizing the two opposing legal universes within the airport. Not all uniforms carry the same power. TSA agents, Transportation Security Administration. Their mandate is physical security. They look for explosives, weapons, and other physical threats. Critically, they do not have the legal authority to demand you unlock your phone, access your photos, or read your messages. If a TSA agent asks, you have the right to politely decline. Customs and Border Protection, CBP. Agents. This is where the landscape shifts into a zone of near absolute power. Because you are crossing a sovereign border, CBP officers have sweeping, historical legal authority, often called the border search exception, that allows them to operate without the probable cause requirements of a normal search. They can require you to unlock devices, download and copy your entire hard drive, comb through your social media profiles, and review your cloud service history, all without a warrant or specific suspicion. It's easy to dismiss, but the numbers don't lie. In recent years, tens of thousands of devices have been inspected at U.S. borders alone. The risk is no longer theoretical. It's a routine, administrative threat to your freedom of movement. Section 2. The proof. Real-life digital detentions. The only way to grasp the danger is to examine the high-stakes failures of ordinary travelers. The engineer and the photo. A Brazilian engineer was detained in Miami for 8 grueling hours. His offense? His phone contained photos from a nuclear facility he had visited months earlier for legitimate work. The metadata alone was enough for agents to flag the content as sensitive. He missed his connection, and his visa was placed under review. The influencer and the meme. A Colombian influencer with a massive social following was interrogated for 6 hours in Los Angeles, simply because agents reviewed her direct messages and Instagram memes criticizing the host country's immigration policies. She was labeled a potential security risk for her political opinion. The group chat and the numbers. A Canadian citizen was held for 5 hours in Detroit because of a harmless WhatsApp group named Lost Compass 420. Officers fixated on the number, linking it to drug culture, and assumed the chat was a hub for illicit activity. These incidents prove that suspicion is generated by misinterpretation, not malice. According to civil liberty groups, the majority of device inspections target ordinary travelers, often based on an officer's subjective bias or an AI's automated flag. Your device is a time bomb of potential liabilities if you travel unprepared. Section 3. The Dangerous Lie. Why nothing to hide is a trap. The most common, most dangerous assumption is, I have nothing illegal to hide, so I'm safe. This is a complete misunderstanding of the border authorities' goal. They are not just searching for contraband, they are analyzing your digital behavior for patterns that suggest intent to deceive. The deletion trigger. The most critical mistake is deleting sensitive material right before your flight. Airport network monitoring systems flag unusual, large-scale deletion activity. Ironically, your caution makes you look guilty. The forensic recovery. Authorities are equipped with forensic tools that can recover files deleted up to 3 months prior. Your attempt to delete is now evidence of your intent to conceal, escalating a routine check into a deep suspicion. The lawyer's lesson. A prominent lawyer deleted old, innocuous photos from a college protest, thinking she was minimizing risk. The authorities flagged the deletion, held her for 12 hours, and almost revoked her long-term work visa. The takeaway. Preparation must begin weeks in advance, and how you clean your digital footprint is as crucial as what you remove. Section 4. The Strategic Purge. Silent traps in your metadata. Travelers are caught by what they fail to strategically manage. Start taking control of your digital footprint 30 days before you fly. Political and ideological content. Delete chat threads, saved articles, or forum posts that contain political debates, strong criticisms of governments, or discussions about immigration. Even private jokes can be interpreted as hostile or subversive. Financial and crypto apps. Banking apps, investment platforms, and particularly cryptocurrency wallets must be unlinked or uninstalled. They suggest large, undeclared sums of money, which instantly triggers a search for compliance with cash declaration laws. Sensitive photos and metadata. Remove photos with identifiable sensitive locations or those that depict behavior that could be deemed inappropriate or unstable. Crucially, wipe the metadata, geotags, timestamps from all remaining photos to remove the digital breadcrumb trail. The gradual rule: you must delete content slowly over a few weeks. Use secure encrypted services like Signal for chats and consider file cleaning software that scrubs data multiple times. This isn't about hiding. It's about ensuring your private life cannot be misconstrued to deny your freedom of movement. Section 5. The Professional Traveler's Shield. The Hard Reset Strategy. Seasoned journalists, corporate troubleshooters, and diplomats never risk their primary device. They implement the Travel Device Protocol. 30 days out. The Backup Vault. Create a complete deep storage, encrypted backup of all your data. Use secure external drives or services like Proton Drive with hardware two-factor authentication. This data never travels with you. 15 days out. The Hard Reset. The primary phone is then completely wiped and restored to factory settings. Only the absolute minimum is reinstalled. The airline app, hotel reservation PDF, offline maps, and one encrypted messenger. The device must be clean of any history or stored data. The clean travel device. Professionals often carry a secondary, cheap device or tablet dedicated solely to communication during the trip. This keeps your banking apps, your home life messaging, and all private content physically off the device that will be presented at the border. The laptop lockdown. Laptops are not immune. Before travel, create a separate, empty travel user profile with no saved passwords or files. Ensure your main profile is encrypted and cannot be accessed. The goal is to present a device that is essentially a non-functional shell. Section 6. Survival Guide. Inspection under pressure. You are at the counter. The request is made. Your composure and knowledge are your only defenses. Step 1. Immediate authority check. Is it TSA, politely decline, or CBP, mandatory compliance but with rights? Do not confuse them. Step 2. The password rule. Never speak. If you must comply, do not verbally give your password. Write it down clearly on a piece of paper and push it across the counter. This protects you from the legal claim that you provided voluntary disclosure. Step 3. Invoke the lawyer. If the search becomes overly aggressive or goes beyond what is reasonable, U.S. citizens can calmly invoke the right to contact an attorney before the search continues. This single phrase is a legal circuit breaker. Step 4. The documentation protocol. If the device is confiscated for review, request a detailed receipt listing the item, the officer's name, badge number, and a supervisor's direct contact. Never sign any form you do not fully understand. For non-citizens, the calculation is brutal. You must weigh the right to privacy against the immediate threat of being denied entry. Staying calm, methodical, and informed is the only way to manage this high-stakes exchange. Section 7. The AI watching your metadata and how to outsmart it. The border is a digital battlefield. Authorities are rapidly deploying AI to analyze not only content, but patterns, tracking app usage rhythm, how often you unlock, and subtle shifts in your digital habits. Future systems are being tested that exploit vulnerabilities in Bluetooth or Wi-Fi to extract metadata without ever needing your PIN. The threat is moving into the invisible spectrum. Your counter-defense must be active. Biometric authentication only. Fingerprint/Face ID. In many jurisdictions, agents can compel you to type a password, but they cannot legally force your face or finger. Battery check. Always keep your travel device fully charged. A dead or powered-off phone can appear more suspicious than a clean, working one, giving the officer probable cause to confiscate it for an extended forensic review. Permanent lockdown. Once you are near the border, enable permanent airplane mode. Disable Bluetooth, NFC, and all non-essential connection ports. You are severing the automated data connection that AI systems rely on. Section 8. The Step-by-Step Survival Plan. 30 days out. Gradual purge. Securely delete sensitive files and messages slowly over the course of the month. Create your final encrypted backup vault. 15 days out. The hard reset. Wipe your primary travel device to factory settings and load the absolute bare minimum of travel apps and information. 3 days out. The lockdown. Enable airplane mode. Unlink all cloud accounts. Set your phone to restricted profile or guest mode. At the counter, composure is key. Provide only written password if forced. Document officer badge numbers. Request a receipt for any confiscation. Post-travel. Change all critical passwords immediately. Monitor your accounts for identity theft. Remember, your phone is no longer just a device. It is a vulnerable repository of your digital identity and your freedom of movement. Protecting it safeguards not just privacy, but your fundamental right to travel. Share these strategies. The more travelers are aware of their rights and the dangers, the harder it becomes for any authority to misuse power. With preparation, insight, and a careful plan, you can travel confidently. Your knowledge is your ultimate defense.